First they came for the Tumblrites, but I wasn't really a Tumblr user, so I did not speak out. Then they came for the Furries, and I wasn't a furry, so I did not speak out. Then they came for me, and the name I've built for the last 8 years is at risk of getting taken out. So, I have to speak out. With my head on the chopping block, it's the only thing I can do, before my voice is snuffed by powers so much greater than my own. I have to tell someone, anyone, even if it's no one. My name is Horu, and I guess this is me starting over. Again. In the middle of March 2024, giants woke up and decided to make life complicated for small-time creators like me, and Patreon and on Gumroad. This kind of thing has happened in the past with the Tumblr exodus. That was 5 years ago, sheesh. Admittedly, it nuked some bad actors, but we also lost some real ones that day. More importantly, that site was a containment site, and most of the crowd that hollowed those halls moved on to Twitter. We all know how that turned out. A quick rundown of what happened in case you're not in the know. Tumblr had lewds, Apple heard about it, and booted it off the App Store. Immediately, Tumblr bent the knee, and just carpet-bombed the entire lewd side of Tumblr, despite it being a huge aspect of that site.
Conservatively, what percentage of our platform is porn? 9%? 90?
A giant disapproved of their actions. And just like that, through multiple faceless middlemen, tons of people lost their internet home. This happened again recently. Texas banned lewds. The government's the giant this time. Texas lawmakers passed House Bill 1181, the Age Verification Law. This requires adult websites to use reasonable age verification methods to ensure that the person accessing their website is at least 18 years old. Alright, that's pretty good on paper, despite the classic King of the Hill episode where smut saves the day.
And let the record show that Mr. Hank Hill really knows his pornography.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's look at PH's stance on the issue. I won't say it. You know what it means. PH didn't bend the knee like Tumblr did. They're a little more powerful than that, mainly because they have experience dealing with this. The same year Tumblr bent the knee, payment processors MasterCard and Visa stopped supporting PH. Remember that? Remember, a corpo is still a corpo. PH may be big, but government's still bigger than they are. And that giant disapproved. So, PH pulled out, wink, of the whole damn state. So, who won? The giant did, of course. More powerful people got what they wanted. Maybe some puritanicals too. Texas NoFap gang just had their Brock Lee leg weights moment. Oh, and VPN services, of course. Note to self, buy VPN stock. So, who lost? Consenting adults? Probably. Look, Texas is a big place. I can't speak for everyone. I'm just telling you what happened. Woo, what a tangent. We're finally back to the main point of this video. Patreon, Gumroad, March 2024. They caught a giant's attention. And these giants didn't approve, so Patreon and Gumroad bent the knee. And the internet became a little worse off. Who's the giant this time? These guys. MasterCard, Visa, PayPal. Let's get into it. Gumroad's like a digital marketplace. You made something cool, you can sell it here. Cool 3D model? Put it up on here so I can use it in VR chat. Spent a year drawing a comic in your little artist cave? Well, crawl out into the sunlight and sell it here. Obviously, a lot of that stuff is gonna be of the spicy hot variety. Actually, predominantly. It's smut, it's lewds, it's all that good stuff. Give it to me all, I'll buy it for cheap. No, says the man at the cashier.
I will not allow that.
So says the giant, and so Gumroad just dropped everything NSFW. Keep in mind, artists, people were affected by this change. Some of them got hit and are like, oh damn, no $5 this month. But some of them are like, damn, I just lost half my livelihood. And it sucks. It sucks so bad. I know that Gumroad can do what they want, it's their platform, I get that. But I'm just saying, getting that rug pulled out from under you, it just sucks. Some might look at the situation and be like, haha, pervert, get owned. But these are people, man. They spend years drawing their ass off to be able to draw ass good enough to get you off. All of a sudden they're knocked back down to zero on the whims of powers infinitely greater than they are. Sometimes bad things happen for no good reason. At the same time, Patreon once again tightened their grip on their platform, on what's acceptable and what isn't. And the really unlucky artists are like, well, there goes the other half of my livelihood. This isn't new, by the way. This is something Patreon does from time to time. Every few months, they rewrite and reword their rules into a new form of flexibly applicable restriction that they can use to get rid of quote-unquote problematic people.
Let's read from a few guys who were affected recently. You might have seen from other artists' posts going around, but my Patreon was also been deleted without warning. Oh shit, they got him right before payday. Right before Christmas. Jeez. This one got hit by the most recent one. This was the day I encountered the biggest storm I've ever faced. Everything I tried, everything that was important to me disappeared in the blink of an eye. I guess when you're suddenly out of the job without warning, the world can feel like it's ending, huh? Oh shit, they got the Goblin Queen. That one's too long, you could just pause and read that. But this one's the most powerful, if you ask me. After digging around some, here's what Patreon has to tell you after they basically take away your job. Hi there, this is Robin from the Trust and Safety team here at Patreon. I'm writing to let you know that we removed your creator page for violating our community guidelines. Patreon has zero tolerance for the sexualization of children and teenagers. My sources say they were drawing adults, 100%, but I guess Robin here is the ultimate judge of whether a cartoon is an adult or not. Because we do not allow this type of activity on Patreon, my team and I removed your creator page. Due to the nature of this violation, please keep in mind that this decision is final and any new page opened without consulting the Trust and Safety team will be removed. What? They IP ban you? That's rough.
Every few months, a handful of people get swept away, pushed out into the fringes. Oh damn, this slope got me slipping! Once again, Patreon's free to do this. It's a free country. They can do whatever the hell they want. But I'm free to say, man, this sucks. That's pretty much all I can do. People more powerful than us altered the deal, and all we can do is pray they don't alter it further. This 1-2 punch of Patreon and Gumroad got me feeling like, damn, payment processors got hands. Now I don't have any proof that Patreon updated their terms of service because of PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard. But you know, it's the timing. The implication. So why are they doing this? PayPal, Visa, MasterCard? Well, the boring answer is that adult content has always had a problem with fraud and chargebacks. This is why the payment processors hate them. With a passion. Here's what happens. A man of culture peruses and buys some content. Nice. Their credit card bill comes along and their wife's all like, "Honey, what's this purchase for OnlyFans? I thought we had Central Air." And the man's like, I don't know, honey. That's probably a mistake. Let me call the bank and have them take care of it. I didn't purchase a fan." This song and dance has been happening all the way back since the 70s with VHS tapes and all that rental stuff. So that's one reason. It could also be a moral reason. It is an election year after all. Look at how good and righteous we are as payment providers. We keep the internet clean for everyone. Never mind the fact that consenting, tax-paying adults are barred from spending their money how they see fit. That's like saying you're not allowed to eat that nice juicy steak because that baby over there can't eat it.
To appropriate the words of a certain Mark Twain. Patreon, if you're gonna be like that, you know what?
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
Wait, I take that back. At the end of the day, these payment processors are giant corpos, with big money shareholders. If those shareholders say porn bad, or if these corpos decide that they've had enough of losing money to NSFW chargebacks and fraud, well, that's just what happened. This video has been one long-winded scream from a creator who has no power. It's cathartic. I can't raise a call to action. I lost that right when I didn't speak out when other creators were getting axed. But it's also a warning. See, it's the end of March 2024. The tiny life raft of whatever I managed to salvage is floating on the internet sea. I guess I'll survive. Barely. But another giant is waking up. And it's the biggest one so far. It's the Beast of America. And it's coming after TikTok. Never mind my rinky-dink operations. Some creators won the jackpot and are pulling in mad cash from their TikToks. Okay, jealous. Respect, but jealous. Now I know TikTok ain't everyone's cup of tea. It's brain rot on steroids, yada yada, ruining the youth, yada yada, attention spans go down, blah blah blah. I've heard it all. And I agree somewhat, but some people are gonna lose huge platforms. There's gotta be some good people there, you know? There has to be some people who worked hard to get where they are. And all that's hanging by a thread. It could all just go poof into smoke or go in the trash to use as ammunition for a trade war between two of the biggest world superpowers. And that's not fair. Nobody asked for this. Countless others are staring down the same circumstances that kicked my ass. What is a man to a king? What is a TikToker to the United States government? You made it all the way to the spot on this pedestal. You can make a living off of the internet doing what you love, and then someone decides, no, I'm taking that pedestal away from everyone. Why? I needed to bash that panda on the head because it's been snooping around where it don't belong. Only I get to snoop around these parts. It sucks. I wish I could end this video on a happier note. Some ray of hope that I can count on, but there's just nothing. I'm tired. But I'm not giving up. Some goofy artist once said, you fight for survival or you perish like a rat. I hope the giants are kinder to you guys. This has been my rant. Thanks for listening, Void. See you next time, I guess.